Well, good evening. We are live on two separate platforms tonight. It has been it's been a busy last couple of weeks. Um, but I'm solo tonight. So yeah, it's just me for Tuesday motivation and conversation. And so I hope for those of you that have been tuning in to either um, the midweek chat or motivation and conversation. I hope for those of you that have been definitely following the YouTube channel for Tuesday motivation and conversation that you have enjoyed the guests over the last several weeks. There have been some amazing people sharing some amazing things. And so I'm definitely looking forward to having some additional guests in March. So I'm starting to rev up for March. And so if you are someone who is interested in being on Tuesday Motivation and Conversation, definitely reach out to me at info@bridgettemoody.com and let me know, or you can leave a message on the YouTube channel and or my Facebook page, Bridgette Moody Consulting or Bridgette Moody. And I'll definitely see it at some point in time, sooner rather than later. But definitely go back if you have not had an opportunity to Jeannie Montgomery, Tanya E. Hood, Sylvie, Tamanda. Um, I remember those were the last three, I believe, that I did. And so you definitely want to, Alex Kirkus was another one. We talked about digital marketing. We've talked about life after divorce. We've talked about, the challenges of life, and those kinds of things. So we've had some amazing conversations over the last several weeks, well, really the last month. And so we're just winding it down for February. So I am solo tonight, but I have several things that I want to share with you on tonight for motivation and conversation. And I don't expect to be very long, but definitely if you're on Facebook and you have questions or comments, definitely let me know that you're there and enter them in the comments, and I'll definitely respond. And the same with YouTube, of course. A lot of people go back and watch it on YouTube later. So one of the things, of course, if you're in the DFW Metroplex area and you are in North Dallas, which is predominantly Collin County, there are some areas that are Denton County, but I will be speaking How to Manage Your Vision on Thursday morning for the Collin County Black Chamber of Commerce business over breakfast. And also our sponsor is Ada Crenshaw of Ada Crenshaw LLC. And so she's going to be talking about how to identify, how to start, how to grow, and how to scale your business. And I'm going to talk about how to manage the vision. And those of you who know me and you've been following me for any time, you know that vision is a passion for me. Understanding your vision, making sure it's clear, there's clarity, and that it ties to your purpose. And that's so important. And so there are various things that are important for you when it comes to your vision, whether you are a solopreneur, parapreneur, or if you are a company, corporation. It is the compass for your way. And so, of course, I am going to talk about some of those pertinent elements when it comes to that, and just what I do with my clients when it comes to helping them to get clarity, because that's the most important step in moving forward in consulting and helping them to coach them the remainder of the way, getting them from revelation to manifestation. And so it's my heart, it's my passion, it's what I enjoy doing. I've been doing it for a long time now, and as an entrepreneur for the last 10 years. And so I am super excited about the opportunity to share these business owners and aspiring business owners, if there are any in the room on Thursday. So if you have not had an opportunity to check that out, it's absolutely free. You just need to reserve your space because it will be sold out. It's almost there. So just a little bit more time now. And so people are, those last spots are being reserved. So definitely make sure that you come. Breakfast is served, and so you have an opportunity to network and connect. And so that's going to be amazing. And then next Thursday, the 2nd of March, myself and two other amazing professional entrepreneurs, Tanya E. Hood and Dawn in Cleveland, will be doing a master class, March into Transformation. And so, we're still at the top of 2023, and I feel like, we're almost halfway this year, and the year just came in. And so time just flies. But at the end of the day, it's still time for you to reimagine, renew, revive, restructure where you are. And this is the thing that I try to share with people all the time. Restructuring, revamping doesn't just happen because it was a pandemic. It doesn't just happen because people have started businesses and they've had to, figure out what to do. But this is something that should be done on a consistent basis if you are an entrepreneur, because you want to remain relevant and you want to remain on the cutting edge of what it is that you do. And so you have to continue to see what you saw. And that's the vision for what it is that you do. And that's tied to your purpose. And so it's important that you periodically, on a consistent basis, take the opportunity to revisit, renew your thoughts, revive what it is that's on the inside of you, your vision, your purpose, and restructure, re-strategize, and make sure that what you're doing is fresh and that you're taking the opportunity to put all you have in it. You want to be on a consistent flow and a consistent challenging of yourself to make sure that you're making changes, and you're making changes that help you to be better, that help you to serve your clients and those that you impact better. And you want to be able to influence, increasing your influence and your impact and in your income is what my coach always says. And so that's important. If you're going to do that, you have to put some time into what it is that you do. And so it's important that you transform periodically, and you have to do away with some of the old methods of what you're doing and how you're doing. If you're not up to date, when it comes to technology, you want to make sure that you do that. If you don't have policies and processes and procedures for how you work, how you operate, how you function, it's always an opportunity to do that as well. If in fact you don't have a website, you don't have a place for people to connect with you, purchase your products, and find out what it is that you do, there's always opportunity to do that. So this opportunity is going to talk to you about renewing, about reviving yourself and what it is that you're doing. And that's the other thing. The first thing that you have to take the opportunity to make sure that's fresh and vibrant and always, ready to move and flow is you. So you have to prepare yourself. You have to renew yourself, revive yourself, restructure some things. And that may be your hair, that may be your wardrobe, that may be just how you approach some of the things that you do. All of these are important. And so we're going to talk about it. So it's a nice 90-minute session. There'll be 3 facilitators, and we'll have 3 equal parts of sharing some pertinent content with you about renewing, reviving, and restructuring. You don't want to miss it. Now, there is a cost to this masterclass. So you'll want to make sure that you get in. And so that's on my page, but you can go to tanyaehood.com/webinar-transformation. Okay. And so I know that was a mouthful. So it's out there on all my platforms. It's on LinkedIn, it's on Facebook, it's on IG. So you can go and get registered. So that's taking place here again next Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so if you register and for some reason you can't be in the class at 6 p.m., of course, there will be a recording for those that register in the event that you have a problem with that time frame. But it is going to be a very beneficial class, a lot of knowledge. So it's going to be very content heavy. So you want to make sure you come with your pen and your pad so that you can make sure that you take notes and capture the information that's going to be pertinent for you. Now, of course, pen to paper is not happening until November 3rd through the 4th of this year. And it's going to be a 2-day event this year. And so early registration is already available. So if you are planning to be a part of pen to paper this year, last year was amazing. We had an amazing time. And I'm telling you, the impact in the room was phenomenal. And I'm just God always amazes me at what he does and the people that he sends to pen to paper. And every year, every city, it has been just that amazing. And it's always been captivating, and it's always been something fresh, always something new. And God always shows up, and she shows out every time. And so there's always an opportunity for you to connect, and for you to definitely get clarity about vision and understand how to really go 3 levels deep on your vision, and sometimes a little bit more. And that's super, super, super important. So many times vision is cast, and I put it this way: vision is cast, and it's kind of, you think about it like this. I have a prescription for glasses. If in fact I tried to use the prescription that was given to me when I was 8 years old, I rarely, you know, even, think about this, but I started wearing glasses when I was 8. But if in fact I tried to utilize the prescription that was given to me at 8 years old, now I wouldn't be able to see. And so how oftentimes it's what happens to us as leaders, as entrepreneurs, as professionals. We start out with a vision. We think that's it. Once we get it, we don't have to do anything else. Well, no, that vision needs to be nurtured. That vision has to be managed. And if you don't manage it, it doesn't come to fruition. It doesn't get to manifestation. So you have to go every year, periodically. It's just like you have to go, whether you get new glasses or frames or whatever, you have to go and get your eyes checked every year, periodically, or whatever your frequency is, to ensure that you don't need a new prescription. It's the same way with our businesses. Things happen. God gives us new things. We learn the new information. We're exposed to different things. Our experiences are different, and they change every year. As we get older, we experience life in a different way, on a different level. Well, that impacts your vision, darling. So you have to take the time to reassess, reevaluate, and look at what it is that you initially started with as a vision, and determine where you are now and what that vision looks like. And I'll be willing to bet you any kind of money that there have been some things that have changed. Now, the overall big picture of that vision probably is the same, but there are pieces and parts of that, because this is the thing: from revelation to manifestation, you got the middle. Those are the things that we don't ever have a consistent flow about. Those things always change, but it's always a path and an obstacle to get us to what it is that is our expected end. And that's manifestation and fulfillment of your vision, your goal, and your dream. And so it is absolutely pertinent that you take the opportunity periodically to assess where you are with what you see, with your vision, and then ask yourself this question: am I continuing to see what I saw? I know that's not good English, but it's exactly what I meant to say. So you have to always stop and am I still seeing what it is that I saw? And it's important that you continue to see what you saw, because what you saw as your end result, as your manifestation, I'm telling you, there are going to be a lot of twists and turns. And when you're traveling a course, a path, oftentimes you will have bumps in the road, you will have obstacles, whereas there may be barricades, there may be construction along the way, there may be even detours. But what happens is that you take another route that gets you there with the least amount of friction and the least of the least opportunities to thereby have an accident or run into something that is going to cause you harm. It's going to take you on the safest route. And so oftentimes that's what God will do. He will take us the long way, but it's the safest way. And along that way, we mature, we develop, we learn things, we get better. And so before we get to manifestation, we have to go through the process of the maturing process, the crushing, so to speak, so that we can be ready for what it is that we have seen. Because oftentimes, and not oftentimes, but 9 times out of 10, and usually this is the case, what we are allowed to see, it's a glimpse, but we are not always prepared for it. So that's why we have to go through the process. So you don't have a vision one day and it comes to manifestation the next day. It gets fulfilled the next day. It's for an appointed time, and it's for a futuristic time frame. So it's important that you reassess. And so you want to make sure that you're renewing, you're reviving, and you're restructuring on a consistent basis. And so we're going to talk to you and give you tools in this class and share with you. And each of us, of course, are facilitators in our areas of expertise. And this is what we do on a consistent basis. And so these are 2 additional professional women that have been doing what they've been doing for many years, and they are within their own right. Um, are excellent in their areas. So you want to get registered for that. It's only $97. It's worth the time and the investment to help you catapult to the next level. Now, next month, probably toward the end of March, there will be another offering that I'll be offering. I'm preparing a business accelerator course. And so I'll be talking to you more about that. And for those of you who are on my email list, you'll get that, of course, in email. So you'll be the first ones to get that information. So definitely make sure if you're not on the email list that you go to the website and you get signed up. All right. Um, and I want to also just share with you, of course, if you have not gotten um, latter part of 2022, I released along with six other amazing ladies, six other coaches, the book entitled A Memory, a Moment, a Message from the Coach's Desk. And it is an amazing read. It's an easy read. It's not a long read. You can take a Saturday morning or a Saturday afternoon or Sunday, a cup of tea, and dive right in. And so we are women of different ages, plus 50, under 50. And some of us are into our 60s, but we talk about our experience with this stage of life. So many of us are reassessing where we are and redetermining what it is that we want to do in this season. And for a lot of you women like myself who are 50 plus, listen, baby, it ain't time to sit down and start getting slow. It's time to speed up and really dive in and really allow those gifts and talents that God's blessed you with as a professional woman, for whatever it is that God is giving you, uniquely designed for you to do. And let's be a blessing in the kingdom. And not only that, let's impact other young women and really teach them and show them as a model how it is that you do it at this stage. And so we talk about the various experiences that we had, the epiphanies that we had, coming out of so many different things, fear and grief, and really just, taking a leap to go into the next phase of life, the end of an era and beginning again, just learning how to navigate the systems of life and the issues of life. It will absolutely bless you. And I'm telling you, whatever it is you've gone through in life, I'm telling you, it's in this book. You will find yourself in this book in one of these chapters. And so I encourage you, if you've not picked up that book, you can get it on my website, bridgettemoody.com/store. You can go to the store, you can get it. Among other things that are there, of course, there are many other books that I've written that may be applicable for what you are dealing with or someone you know. So definitely go to the store and check that out. And you can also purchase it via Amazon. So we are looking forward to having some live events this year with all of the coaches and sharing our stories, and so that people can really ask questions, and we want to be a blessing to impact the lives of others who have gone down these same roads. So that is what's happening in Bridgette's world these last few weeks. It's been a lot happening. I'm just, grateful for what's taking place, diving into some new territory, doing some things that I've wanted to do for some time. And so I'm just excited about that. I normally facilitate courses at the top of the year. And so I had an opportunity for a break. And I thought I did anyway. And as that transitioned, I just moved right on into something else. So listen, I am excited about what is happening in this season, and I'm excited about 2023. It's going to be an amazing year. For those of you here again that are in the DFW Metroplex, and you are in North Dallas, you're in the Collin County area, definitely we'd love to have you be a part of the business event on Thursday, but you can come anytime. The events are the second Thursday of every month and the fourth Thursday of every month. And of course, you can always go to ccblackchamber.org and find out about those events. Just go to the event tab, and or you can go to the business page for Collin County Black Chamber of Commerce, and you can follow there. And of course, our social media director will make sure that those current events are fresh and bring them to you. Sometimes via just graphics or marketing or live videos. But definitely, if you are in this area, definitely come and check it out. I've been a part of the chamber for a while and was inactive for a little bit as I went through with my parents. And so now I'm back active. And so excited about some of the things we have the opportunity to do in the community and how we have the opportunity to help business owners. And so if that's something that's applicable to you and you want resources and connections and you want to be able to network, then we invite you to come and be a part of the chamber. You might want to join, be a member. There are benefits to being a member of the chamber, and we'd love to help you to grow and scale your business as well. Well, unless someone has some questions, thank you to those of you that have stopped by tonight. As we have been just sharing, there's so much that is happening in this season. So I encourage you to stay focused. Definitely make sure, of course, I've been doing this series, and so I'm back on track tomorrow for midweek chat talking about our thinking. And so we'll be talking about realistic thinking. I believe I finished up creative thinking. We've talked about focused thinking. And so we're going to be talking about realistic thinking. And then we have one more area that we're going to cover over the next 4 weeks or so, and that is strategic thinking. These are important. It's important because, you know, the word lets us know, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And so you have to have a particular outlook and perspective about what you think, about who you are and what you do. And not only that, you want to be effective in what you do. And so, as an effective leader, you have to first be able to lead yourself. And so, how you think about yourself matters, because that then translates to the people that you lead and the people that you serve as a business owner, whatever it is that you're doing. And so, it's so important that you show up and you are effective in what it is that you do, and to the best of your ability, be consistent with that. And so that's one of the things that, of course, I take my clients through a process of five T strategy to help them be effective in what they're doing and making sure that they have a good handle on what it is that they've been called on purpose to do. And not only that, that they have clarity about their vision, because that's important. And once it's documented, then you can read it, you can run with it, and you can establish what your resources are. And you can also establish your strategies that's going to help you to be effective and do that business with a level of excellence. And so that's always important. And, you know, a lot of my guests that have been on Tuesday Motivation and Conversation have just talked about various things that they've gone through and the processes that they've gone through in order to get through those things. And so that's the other thing. I encourage you to all think about what your process is. Think about what your process is for how you work. Think about your process for your routine, how you function every day. What is it that you do? Do you feel like you're being productive? How are you assessing your time? How are you managing your time to be effective, to get the things done that you need to get done in order to be effective with your clients and your customers, whatever that is? So that's important. And then how are you showing up? You know, and so you want to make sure that you're taking the time to do that. And so it's a process, but if you're consistent with it and you take it little by little, you'll absolutely get there. All right. All right. Well, that's what I wanted to share on tonight. I will be on my Bridgette Moody consulting page. That's on Facebook tomorrow for midweek chat. And we'll continue in the series Realistic Thinking, because what we think it is not what it is sometimes. And so in order for us to really make good decisions and be effective in what we're doing, we want to make sure that we're being realistic, because I'm going to talk about some aspects of being realistic in our thinking that helps us to make better decisions. It helps us to really determine our path and what we're doing with a little bit more clarity and a little bit more certainty. And it is a metric that is important in how we approach the things that we do and the decisions that we make when we have realistic thinking. So I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. So that's 1 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. I will be on the Bridgette Moody consulting page. And of course, if you miss that time frame, if you're work or that's not a good time for you, then you can always go back and watch the replay there on that page. So if you're not following that page, Or if you haven't liked that page or want to go do that, that's where a lot of the community events, a lot of things that I'm doing, speaking engagements, opportunities, oftentimes they'll be there. If they're nowhere else, they'll be on the Bridgette Moody Consulting page. So you want to stay up to date on what's happening and what's going on. And I look forward to coming on next week. I'm looking forward to having a guest. But if not, I will be here, same place, same time, and we'll chop it up again next week. I'm sure I'll have some takeaways from this week's activities, and I'm looking forward to sharing those with you. So for those of you that have stopped by, thank you so much. If you missed that first part, go back and watch it. You can go to the YouTube channel and you can catch the entire recording there for tonight. And I look forward to seeing you next week, right here, same time, same place, for Tuesday Motivation and Conversation. Have a good one until next time.